Как же я обожаю рожки от своего роутера. Ну, не от роутера, а от интернета, этого Wi-Fi адаптера. Обожаю.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that?
I think you know exactly what I'm trying.
Honestly, it's just one thing.
Я ненавижу этот Wi-Fi адаптер. Только не говорите... Куда? Что бред? Так, давай не выпендривайся. Мне нужно, чтобы ты выпендривался. Я же говорю, это все мой Wi-Fi, этот адаптер. Я его ненавижу просто.
Koichi, just, it's not really my story to tell. She was afflicted. That strength of will. Well.
I remember that. Eventually, it sounds like she's still.
That's.
Oh, I get it.
I'm all for your adventure. Still.
Alright, it's just the two of us now. I don't have it. That attitude is exactly the problem. Well, again with you. We agreed, but a trick.
What do you mean, sneaking?
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you?
You feel like he went back.
No,
this is important.
You don't know that?
All right, whatever. Time out.
Chaska, does it sound like...
Then... You need to know something. What happened?
But the person you become when you lose control...
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals. If I want to live in Natlan, I need to display quality.
I've also told you that managing your condition...
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually...
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi!
So, you're really going to go, no matter what?
Then support me. I'll be back. All you have to do is...
So, that's it. Why?
You two are...
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say...
Thank you.
Anytime. Alright. If you're... According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact. So
If only Tonegif Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the whole...
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh? I see. Sounds like it was an urgent... Still, Seatlale's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. Oh, look, stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay?
О, наконец-то закончил этот диалог. Кстати, и книжек у меня больше станет. О, много. О. Сюда мне надо.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient...
Well, it's fairly complicated.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere with...
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation. Still, all you need to do is focus on...
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san. Your incredible strength has
Archon, I'm sorry about before.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotion. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let...
What is this place? Hey, isn't that a
Я не понимаю, что происходит с этим Wi-Fi адаптером. В какой-то веке он нормально будет работать, или как всегда будет?
I've never seen this place before. There's so many things in here.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a...
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts, and physical items do a far better job of Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony, so feel free if you're curious about an item. I'm more than willing...
Alright, we'll have a look.
This flower looks like it's thriving.
Make sure to handle everything with care.
Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head!
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and contests of strength. This belt, the association with strength, might also have been the reason the original belt was extremely heavy. And even if a warrior had the strength to put it on, wearing it for any length of time would still...
Sounds like it.
So the owner of the original belt, Kitera, he would often wear this version when training in...
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time and... There are so many jars and potions around here.
No, those belong to the Masters of the Nightwind. They're ceremonial tools used to amplify the ability. Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though the tools you see here are quite traditional. Her students found them outdated, so she packed the contents of the jars aren't all that special. Oh, except the big...
Ooh, must be some...
grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although probably...
Да. Ладно, поговорим.
The powder still needs some time to settle. Well, what do you think of...
Yeah! If each item represents a different story, does every item hold a special memory? Just like a tape?
That's right. The items in my collection actually they demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change, but there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be...
At once? Paimon's not sure...
let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your... Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way, take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make varied... The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future.
That does kinda make sense.
Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often we forget, while the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to only by uniting the people of Natlan across to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the namely, a framework, through which ordinary people, by holding the pilgrimage, were able to determine the strongest among us. And when that in addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine... Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little Saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are... Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before.
A little late for that question, don't...
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth...
It's alright. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just... My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me along. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the Saurians who were... My sister immediately burst into tears. The two I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was...
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? As the Archon, I made...
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty...
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Eon, place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin.
Секунду. Так, все нормально. Ладно. Погнали.
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, ancient name, take us to your...
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina!
Huh? I'm not seeing things.
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying...
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. I was waiting for the Y-Up to send me back, but then this really strong monster came. The Y-Up saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to... The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the... I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourself...
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars. A hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait...
I'm really... Still... I don't want you to...
All you need to do is place your trust in us. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now. Be careful.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to trip. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to corrosion.
I know.
Alright, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in that face you just made. Don't...
No, I just...
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger. Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means...
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
Ну, let's go. Куда мне там надо? Сейчас пойдем разносить всех. Пойдет разнос. Здесь с моими персонажами. Оп. Бам-бам. Это и есть все. Кайфую. Стоп, а сколько у меня там? 44 только. Маловато, надо побольше. Еще тут не.
So we're underneath Natland right now? It looks...
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But with the recent increase in Abyss activity... So what you're saying is...
No. It's going to be up.
Why are you all at...
It's the pre-adventure excitement!
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
Так, let's go. Врата Возрождения.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance. Paimon.
Nice.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the collective of planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natland's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy. Lay down.
Proper send-off!
Busted. Game's up. Time's over.
Watch out! Chat coming at ya!
Какие-то легкие. Не почувствовал. О, теперь с этим. Поплыли.
Oh, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Gotcha!
И эти пришли.
Umbrella warfare, I guess! Hey there!
И тебя туда же. Оп. Вперед. тут... А, само открылось, ладно. Так, а можно я их по-быстренькому тут бахну? Не готов. Идем дальше. Опа, оп. Открыть. Давай. На. Так, давай. Оба. Хорош. Оба. Блин, ничего нету. Ладно.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it. Easy for you to say.
По дорожке собираем вот эти вот кристаллики. Найс. Доползли.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels...
We actually have to go in. Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the next. It looks so different from what I imagined. That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachini.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. He obviously...
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all... If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath...
That's it? Right. We still got a job to...
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and...
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world.
The terrain looks...
Yeah, these floating black things...
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed him as... It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used... I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect form.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker's stone, but we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his...
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined... Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your...
Exactly. That may not be... You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful. This place has been severely...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering off. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We will be able to keep this up.
Блин, а раньше еще резнуть, не?
This way.
По-моему, щит как-то потрескался, или...
More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Схилься, не? Понял.
Hey there! Come on now. Come on. We can
Стоять.
do it. I'll protect her. Busted. Hey there!
Туда их. Let's go дальше.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
И где мы? О.
Did you hear that? What? Never mind. It was...
Don't scare Paimon like...
I heard it too.
What did it say?
It doesn't matter. It's certain.
Так, ты куда? О, давай, вперед.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
О, нашли. Эй. А что ж оно так?
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters. Good idea.
О, причина. Попрыгали, попрыгали. Нет, прыгай.
Let's dance.
Подхились надо. Куда вы лезете? Я хилюсь. Не мешайте мне. Оп. Бах-бах, готово.
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. The Y-Up's power helps keep me hidden, so I just tried to... Had a girl. You did so well.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection. That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Y. You can think of them like the body of each Y-Up. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here. So there are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Y-Up can extend their consciousness. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated...
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Still, we can't just leave the Y-Up to suffer.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night King.
Kachina? What's wrong? Nothing. Just a headache. And that...
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
No, I'm fine. I don't plan... Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. But that's because we want to help the Y-Up. Not because... You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit.
All right. The sooner we get this done...
We've already come all this way. So we might as well try to get to the bottom of...
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself?
It's alright. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more... I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go. Achieve your goal. And return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for... You're a true hero.
No one fights alone.
Бомба.
Does your
Let's
head still
go.
hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Угу. Что-то тут не то.
Wyabb, I'm back. My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyabb.
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. All right, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Бомба. О.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? He tried to get in my way. He would have dispersed with or without me. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me. No. The power of the abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is... That is the tragedy of your ancient names. Pride, friendship... All empty ideas invented to... The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so...
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down, the power lies not in the ideal, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal. And in...
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than two of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance.
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together. It's...
Ну серьезно.
Right here!
Да. Тихо. На. Ну куда лезешь? А я бы со своим отрядом справился.
We actually won!
That's what he gets for underestimating me. Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely. This makes me so...
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable!
Huh? My ancient name is... glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of us.
Wait, does that...
That was a bold move. diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place. Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was exactly right. It took years worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Only then will we have the power to Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against...
I've heard that name before. You...
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient... Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes, and...
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone, its blaze will become one with our vision. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
Oh, wow.
What's wrong, Mom? So that's what... What do you mean? 500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing. We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here long. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of... This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explain... Okay, that should be enough. Why,
I hear your voice, Kach.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's... I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient... I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve...
You are already an outstanding child.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachi. Focus on who you want to be. You are all... The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. Go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wayab. Thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Oh, wow.
What's going on? We're out of time. It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run! It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us!
Говорите, что бежать надо. Надо бежать. Куда? Куда?
The opening in the sky! It's closing! We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here! Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle!
А стамина-то не бесконечная. Успел.
Faster! We'll never make it!
You've done well. Now come home.
Нормально так.
We're back! The Pyro Archon saved, but she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used— She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the night— So you're saying her consciousness did all that? Every great display of power. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty— Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well. Right. The YF mentioned something about the Pyro Archons. I'll let her explain everything. Where every move we make from here on—
Nice. Оп, оп. Достижение захвали 93. Так, let's go. По идее, глава скоро закончится. Еще одну круточку получим. И мора миллион будет. Сколько мне сейчас? По приколу. 2 миллиона уже. Неплохо.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon— Take a seat, everybody. All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform it. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the abyss like you, Traveler. He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it—
Given the current situation, that ability will like—
Of course. I still have patience to see some—
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might not see eye to eye. Just give it time.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it, I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's—
Huh?
Бомба.
No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the hand— Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable
Mulan told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted— The battle against the abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused, and still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of— The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm— Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power— If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to— So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, but there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the— Huh? But that doesn't make any sense! The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's a—
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always— A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount, but, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, only by dying before my time could I have the chance—
So, in other words, this is your second—
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because if the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the... Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of...
So that means...
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe after your adventure in the Night Kingdom.
So in other words, you always knew?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding... Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss... If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name bearer... So, I've tried my... Currently, Shalonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within...
But we have less than a year?
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in...
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor...
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes...
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will... I can only trust in the judgment of the Wayab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with the void.
Huh? Oh, right!
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make... After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in addition to their sentimental value. The items I stored here held a much more...
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited. But together, by burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power...
But weren't they all precious treasures?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never want...
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been and then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echo... Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire. If they knew those items helped save the present-day hero...
Even when you put it...
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, if you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the back. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new...
Well,
Well, if that's the... Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast, and we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence
Still...
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worry... All right. You should have...
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs. They attract people from all walks of life. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me. I've witnessed their energy, their determination. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my... I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you... The Abyss is a cunning enemy. One that my rage will never know absolution, and my power... But you came to me because you knew you could... I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect for Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the...
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. We will do everything we can to rebuild, even across time. We will all do our part.
Yeah, Mom's right. Oh, seriously though, Dad...
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so... Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone. The rules are my legacy. They shall...
War forged the 6 tribes. Taught...
Who will be the one to...
We are the inheritors of memory, those who grew alongside, those who forged our own death. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
You here for the victory feast too? Oh no, I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine.
I was about... It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she...
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can...
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip.
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound.
What? Do you really have to go that far?
No way. Choskin, I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their argument? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Well done. Thank you.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your...
I had no choice.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to...
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one...
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams too.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the high...
So, what about...
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day.
All right. There's no need to be like, dear friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, they've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, and let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the traveler, and they too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please...
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel being...
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion! Hey, please don't make fun of me.
Ah, you're here.
How did you know? That's my...
You look like you've still got questions. Ask because they had their own... The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. For in 500, you could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me.
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that...
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, from what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many... Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very... You feel lost keenly. It seems to stir up... This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far... The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know. This is a pivotal moment. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will
Ancient names?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories, the Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you.
Yeah, we can't just ignore.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the—
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage. As for you, I must confess.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. You don't have much time, and
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here.
This is where you fall. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Hey, let's go check what's wrong. Master Chevin! She went to gather volcanic... I told the guards, but they have to finish making preparations before they can try to rest. So, you'll help? They said Master Chevin might have... She might have been forced to go near the umbral needle. Please, you...
Take it easy.
According to the map... Get away from me! Look, over there! That Master Chevin? Hiya!
Where did you come from?
Wasn't done.
Well, they didn't put up much of a fight.
Thank you so... Saved by the Traveler. Sorry. Let me introduce myself.
I'm Chevin, a gem artisan. I'm not you. She did, huh? I didn't. But then, I discovered a new seam of volcanic crystal near the umbral needle. It's a large deposit, and I dug up a whole bunch of it and was getting ready to head back. But the phlogiston within the crystals attracted... I panicked and ran up a narrow path to avoid them.
If the situation was so dangerous, why didn't you just drop the crystals?
I left most of them behind, believe me. I only kept the purest chunk. I have to bring it back no matter what. For Tlasoli and poor little Nate. Right, you wouldn't know. Tlasoli is a former ancient... That's right. Or, well, she used to. Now she just handles... Because of her daughter. Poor Nechka contracted an awful illness. And Tlasoli put even as Nechka's illness grew worse. Tlasoli never gave up. Like a torch in the night. Still, all's well that ends well. Her condition has been slowly improving ever since. She's still weak, of course. She often writes to Shilonen, apparently. Her dream is to become an ancient name. Her birthday's in a few days, so... Tlasoli asked me...
Yeah, talk about an important...
I'm sure she and her mother... All right, let's head back. Actually, why don't you come with me to visit... It's all thanks to you that I managed to bring back the... You deserve a reward for helping us protect something so...
That's right! And of course, we...
But, I'll let... Oh, you're early.
That's right. Things might get better, but they could probably...
I've already asked someone to swing by and let Tlasoli know we're coming. Let's go then. Do you mind watching the story, me?
Here we are. Nice house. Slasoli, open up! Slasoli? That's strange. Huh. The door's... Hey, Nechka! Nechka! It's...
What if something happened to the two of them?
Let's not overthink things. They were doing just fine the last time I was here. Nechka was... Still, I told Slasoli we were coming.
Hey, what's that over there? Looks like a Tepet...
That's right. Slasoli has a Tepetli sore companion. If I remember, when she was still in the forging business, she'd often have Iengu help, but since Nechka fell ill, she hasn't let it dig much recently. Wait a minute. What the...
Whoa, look at all these broken boxes! Something... The tracks end at this cliff! Could the Tepetlosaur have climbed up the mountain? Let's head up there and see! There really is a Tepetlosaur up here. Paimon's...
Hey, Traveler! Paimon!
That's Chevin's voice!
Come down, quick!
Huh? We just got up here and Slasoli's... Why is the Tepetlosaur coming along? Whoa, hey, don't run! You'll hit us!
Iengu, come here. Are you being naughty again? Oh, that's a good Saurian. Oh, all right, run along and play now. I'll come along in a sec. Sorry, you two. I was waiting for you at home when Nechka... She said she just wanted to pick some flowers, but she ended up getting lost along the way.
Yeah, Chevin told us she was just starting...
She's still very weak. The shock and the cold winds certainly didn't help, so she ended up with a slight fever. I gave her some but it's nothing a good... That said, she won't be able to meet you today.
Don't worry about it. We know she's still recovering. Her health definitely comes first. We were
Well, she can at least speak to me and go about her day normal. That's already more than I could ask for.
Hey, cheer up. This is supposed to be a happy... We do appreciate that she tried to welcome us with flowers. Anyway...
Yeah, what did you get us?
Well, it's a blaze gem inscription. I made it from the purest ore, so it's almost completely... The techniques used to make it are all rooted in ancient name forging. Don't say that or the Wyatt might smite me. The process just uses a few of the same tech. When I first made one, I didn't think it could serve any practical purpose, apart from the erosion resist. But then Chevin suggested using the crystals to make a special
blaze gem inscriptions made by an ancient name artisan. Engraved with quite the sales pitch, don't you think?
Wow, that description really does make it seem special.
Tlasoli's blaze gem inscriptions really... Word of mouth isn't always reliable. As information gets passed along, it becomes incomplete, forgotten, but the words inscribed on these crystals will stand the test of time. It's the perfect gift for a dear friend or significant other. You could even...
Yeah, let's get one! We can engrave our names onto it. That way, our names will be together forever!
You deserve it. You saved me. And Nechka's birthday present.
Chevin, I thought I told you.
Don't you start acting shy too, Tlasoli. It's a great...
Well then, thank you both. I'll have it ready as soon as possible. Nechka should be well by then. She'll be very excited to meet you.
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We don't even know how expensive... Hold on. This isn't part of some scheme to make us spend all of our mora, right?
You never know. You do look like you have some savings to spare.
No, don't listen to that, Traveler.
In any case...
Oh no, it's the Tepetlosaur
again! Quick, someone stop it!
Also, if you don't mind, Tlasoli, I dropped it when I was attacked earlier. The rope and clasp. I tried fixing it myself, but
Just leave it to me. Thank you, Chef.
it was nothing. We all just went.
Here. Miangu, behave yourself. I'll have Chevin contact you once everything's ready. Maybe we'll leave.
Oh, that sounds great! We'll look forward to all the good food! Anyway, see you around.
Look after yourself. Nechka.